Today I'm going to be doing a video review on Spore Galactic Edition, which is different than the regular edition because it adds space age gameplay into the mix. So I'm going to go ahead and jump right into the review for you. Some of the pros is there's downloadable content. You can download other people's creatures. But let's just start off slow. If any of you have tried the Creature Creator, there's a free download. It comes with Windows Vista Home Premium, which is what I have on this computer. If you get Windows Vista Home Premium, it comes in the game pack already installed on your computer, the Spore Creature Creator, which is just a little demo. You get a few parts to work with and a few different body types. You can choose from insect or reptile or primate in the creator, and you can basically just create animals and save them and upload videos to YouTube. With the full game, you actually start off as a cell, a one-celled organism, like a tiny meteor crashes on a planet, and you get to name the planet whatever you want. It crashes on the planet, and then you just control your little cell. You can pick whether he's an herbivore, an omnivore, or a carnivore, which, for some of you that don't know what that is, meat eater, plant eater, or both. The Galactic Edition was $49.99 plus tax, and it comes with a poster, which really I don't know anybody would hang a poster of creepy critters on their wall, but whatever. A book, which is the Art of Spore, which has all the concept art. I'll show you a little, just some of the concept art. That's a cell right there in the water, you see. Here's some of the drawings of the creatures that they were going to create. So some of the creatures are pretty neat. Some of them are pretty retarded looking. I don't even know. Whatever. It's made by Maxis, and it's an EA, so it's a pretty solid game though. And this is the game itself, and it comes with a DVD, The Making of Spore, which has all the game engine information, how they did it, all that, good crap. And then it came with this, which is How to Build a Better Being, which is a DVD, and it basically shows you some tips on making effective creatures that are gonna, not, get totally owned by all the other creatures. What are good parts to put on your guy, and how to evolve, to the best of your ability. Personally, I think it was overpriced, and I'll get to that in a minute. But basically, the storyline is meteor crashes on Earth. You're a tiny cell. You're moving around in the water or whatever, and you're eating other cells or plant particles depending on what you choose. And what you choose kind of determines the whole game, because if you're a plant eater, then when you become a creature, you're going to be more friendly oriented. You're going to be trying to make friends with other creatures and make alliances with them and stuff. Whereas if you're a carnivore, you're going to be more violence and being able to just conquer and force extinction onto other creatures. So you're the cell. You eat pieces of meat, or pieces of plant, or both, depending on what you choose. You get bigger and bigger and bigger, and then eventually you evolve into a creature. Then you can walk around and eat stuff, and then there's two stances. There's your violent stance, which is to attack other creatures and force them into extinction, and then there's friendly stance, which is social. Basically, you dance and sing and pose and stuff like that, and try to make friends with other creatures. So it depends on whatever is more what you want to do. I chose meat eating and completely fucking up all the other creatures just because it seemed easier to me to just kill them all and try and make friends with them. Basically, the breakdown is you get DNA. Well, when you're in the creature stage, you get DNA for every time that you either make a species extinct or make friends and ally that creature. And when you get DNA, then you can use that to spend on new parts for your creature. When you evolve, you do a mating call, and then you make babies, and then those babies turn out to whatever you evolve them to. You go into the creature making stage, and you add parts or whatever. The gameplay is pretty solid. Walk around, you find skeletons to discover parts. You get parts whenever you make friends or kill other creatures. But one of the big cons I found was that the storyline is really short. The gameplay is really fast paced. Once you hit creature stage, then you go to tribal stage, and when you get tribal stage, it turns into a real time strategy, which is point, click, go there, point, click, go there, do this, do that, build this technology, get weapons and stuff like that. But after a creature evolves, you go into tribal stage where you pick his armor and stuff that he's going to wear. And then you basically control your tribe and you take over other tribes or make friends with those other tribes by giving them peace offerings and playing, instruments and stuff for them. And then after, you've conquered or befriended all the other tribes, then you go into civilization stage where instead of moving people, you're now moving vehicles. And you can choose between land, air, and sea vehicles. And there's 3 different sects. There's religious, there's economic, and then there's military. Military, you're going to take over everybody. Economic, you establish trade routes and ally other civilizations, which are basically other towns that are from the same tribe as you, but have different beliefs. And there's religious, which is where you try to convert other civilizations to your religion. And once you take over all those civilizations or ally them all, then you go into Galactic. But that's only for this edition. You go into Galactic, which is where you get a spaceship and you start exploring other worlds and other species and whole other planets. So the gameplay for me was really solid, but the storyline was too short. So I'm going to give that a point deduction because I beat this game in one night. I started at like 7 o'clock and had it beat by 11. So it's super short gameplay. But that's because every time it asks me to evolve, I evolved. You can wait and, build up your characters more, whatever you want to do. You can upload your creatures straight to YouTube, just like with the creature creator. You can download content, other people's creatures that they've made. You can upload your own so other people can download them. You can have a My Spore page, which is where it shows all your creations and shit. The graphics are pretty nice, but there's always a bigger fish does apply. There's always a creature that's bigger than you that you're gonna be running from. And there's always a civilization that's way better than you that you're gonna be trying to fight. And the gameplay around the civilization and galactic stage is pretty difficult. Whereas when you're a seller or creature, it's pretty easy, pretty laid back gameplay. So overall, I'm gonna give this a 6 out of 10. Because just to break it down for you, amazing graphics, amazing gameplay, very innovative concept, very new gameplay. I really liked it a lot. The cons, short storyline, and it switches from third person to real-time strategy halfway through the game. There's really not much you can do about it. And once you decide whether you're an omnivore or herbivore or carnivore, that basically determines what you're going to do the rest of the game. So if you want to switch from fighting everybody to being nice, and you started off as a carnivore, it's going to be really hard for you to do that because you're going to be more violent based than you are social. So that's my video review, and next week I'm either going to do a video review for Last Chaos, which is an MMO, or I'm going to do a video review for a little 3D game that I found that's pretty neat. So, it's worth renting or getting through torrent, but I doubt it's worth the 50 I paid for it. Simply because I've already beat it, and now the only thing I use it for is just to make new creatures. I've already started a second game where I'm trying more omnivore approach, so definitely a lot of different possibilities though, and the gameplay can be endless if you wait and you don't evolve right away. And when you get to the galactic stage, you beat the game basically, but you can still go visit other planets because there's an infinite amount of planets and stuff. I don't know how they fit it all into one game, but I don't think it's worth what you're paying for it though. I would probably recommend either getting it on torrent for free, or if someone else has it, just borrow it from them or rent it. So that's my review. 6 discombobulated, poorly created creatures out of 10.